Self-care is something we all should be prioritizing and taking seriously. It's not something we can do only if there is spare time left at the end of the day. It's essential for our long-term health and well-being, and I'm sure by now we are all aware of that. However, what is being promoted to us as self-care is more often than not just consumerism in disguise. A sheet mask here, a bath bomb there, premium meditation apps, or fast fashion loungewear items. Ads and social media often make it seem as if there's always some item we need to get in order to properly take care of ourselves, and that is simply not true. In this video, there will be no sponsorships, no hauls, no product recommendations. I will not encourage you to buy anything to enhance your self-care routine, and no, there are absolutely no links or coupon codes in the description box for you to buy stuff. This is a no-budget self-care guide, full of things you can do to treat yourself and take care of yourself without buying extra things. And I assure you, these will have a way deeper impact on your life than any pumpkin spice sheet mask ever could. Plus, there will be some creative ideas for small cozy self-care rituals you can try for zero money. Hi everyone, this is Liz. I'm all about building a simpler and more peaceful life in an overwhelming world. If that sounds like you, I invite you to join me today for this no-budget self-care guide. Let's dive in. Reconnecting with our body. Moving our body is healthy and supports our well-being. We are all aware of that. We can do that without a gym membership. When you get up in the morning, spend 10 minutes just stretching and waking up your body. You can look up stretching routines for free online, or you can come up with your own, depending on what feels good for your body. If you don't have a mat, you can even do it standing up with absolutely zero equipment. For me, this makes a major difference when starting my day. Going for a walk or run after work or whenever you feel like it gives your body the sunlight and fresh air it needs. Make it a habit to go for a walk every single day, no matter the weather. It has such a positive impact on both our body and our soul, as it can serve as intentional me time for just listening to our own thoughts and breathing deeply. If you live near a body of water that is safe to swim in, such as a river, a lake, or even the sea, I encourage you to take advantage of that and go for a sunrise or sunset swim whenever you can. Not only is it great exercise entirely for free, it always gives me the feeling of doing something extra special. Waking up before the world does, having a river entirely to myself, with only the rising sun and the birds for company is such a luxury. In colder months, taking a hot bath or shower feels absolutely wonderful. There is absolutely no need for sparkly bath bombs or an army of scented candles around our bathtub. Just the soothing warmth of the water is perfectly fine for relaxing. If you like, you can collect and dry herbs to use as bath additives, such as lavender, rose petals, or rosemary. Speaking of herbs, I talked a lot about making our own tea in my previous videos. It's a great alternative to store-bought tea if you want a little more flavor than just water. Take care of your body by making sure you stay hydrated. I always have my trusty tea mug nearby. It never leaves my side. I just love the feeling of warm tea in my stomach, and maybe if you struggle to drink just plain water, this could be the way for you too. Eating healthy doesn't have to be hard or expensive either. There are a ton of free and healthy recipes out there that are specifically designed for people on a budget. Have a look in your pantry or freezer and get creative with what's already there. Nourishment doesn't have to look like a wellness influencer's fridge. Frozen veggies, canned fruit, or simple ingredients such as lentils or beans are also great for giving our body the nutrients it needs. Make it a habit not to eat at the computer or scroll on your phone during your meals. Allow yourself to sit down and enjoy the meal slowly and mindfully, giving your body time to recognize when you are full. Try foraging for edible plants in nature. There are so many plants that are packed with nutrients that we can pick up entirely for free. I made a whole video about them, which I'm gonna link for you. Our body is our home. Taking care of it has very little to do with face masks, fancy clothes, and expensive haircuts. What really counts is supporting our body in doing its amazing job of keeping us alive and carrying us through this world. I encourage you to really focus on these aspects of self-care this year and see if you notice any changes in how you feel. Cozy self-care ritual. Instead of just eating your meal at the table, have a picnic with others or just by yourself. Go outside if the weather permits it, or just do it anywhere in your house. Pack your food and drink into a bag or basket, spread out a blanket, and simply enjoy your meal in a different setting. It breaks our usual habits and makes us more mindful towards the food we're eating and the meal experience as a whole. Restoring our environment. Let me ask you a question. Do you tidy up your space before someone comes to visit you? Most of us want their home to be extra tidy and shiny when someone comes to visit us. But don't we deserve a clean space just as much as our friends and family do? Creating a space we feel comfortable in is a true act of self-care that doesn't cost anything at all. It doesn't matter where or how you start. You can start small by tidying up a drawer, a corner, by making your bed, by wiping down surfaces or vacuuming. Every step you take towards cleaner, calmer surroundings is self-care. A calmer space doesn't just look nicer, it actually changes how we feel. Every object in our environment asks something of us, even if we're not aware of it. It needs to be cleaned, moved, stored, or decided on. And when there's a lot of visual noise around us, our brain never really gets to rest. Simplifying our surroundings reduces the number of small decisions we have to make every day. And fewer decisions mean more mental energy for the things that truly matter. Maybe you want to get rid of things you don't need or don't love anymore. Selling or donating them costs you nothing. It can even make you some money. But it leaves you with a feeling of having freed yourself from baggage. If you like, rearrange or redecorate your space in a way that doesn't cost anything, by finding a new place for things, decorating with items from nature, or decorations you can make yourself. Cozy self-care ritual. Create a pleasant atmosphere in your room, no matter if you're working or just reading or relaxing. Open the windows to let in fresh air and close them before it gets too chilly. Put away everything that visually distracts you. Lower the lights and switch to a regular lamp instead of overhead lighting. Play some soft instrumental music. Depending on what you do, place your phone out of reach. Ambience doesn't require accessories. These small steps create a wonderful, soothing atmosphere without having to add anything to the room. Clearing our mental space. Self-care also includes reducing stress and the exhausting feeling of not getting everything done. Here are some ways to clear your mind that cost absolutely nothing. Keep a piece of paper nearby during the day and note down all to-dos that pop into your mind that you can't take care of right now. It reduces the mental energy we need to keep all those things on our mind. You don't need a fancy journal for that. A random piece of paper or your notes app is perfectly fine. Then give all these to-dos a time slot on your calendar or whatever you are using, so you know exactly when you will be completing them. Clearing our mental space also means setting boundaries with our own thoughts. Here's what I mean by that. Just because something pops into your mind doesn't mean it needs your attention right now. You're allowed to tell yourself, I'll deal with this later. I don't need to solve everything today. Giving your thoughts a container, such as a list, a time slot, a notebook, allows your mind to rest instead of constantly holding onto open loops. Mental clarity also includes giving ourselves permission to pause. At night, take a few minutes to journal. Again, no fancy equipment is required. Some pen and the backside of some old paperwork is enough to reflect on your day and really get down everything you worry about, everything that bothers you, everything you are happy about and grateful for, so you don't take all of those thoughts into bed with you. This will have such a calming effect on your mind that is not altered at all by the type or cost of the paper or journal we write on. Connecting with others. One part of self-care that often gets overlooked is connection. Because when we think of self-care, we usually picture something we do alone, a bath, a journal, a quiet evening. And I love those things. But we are not alone in this world and usually don't do life entirely by ourselves. Feeling supported, seen, and connected is one of the most powerful forms of self-care. The tricky part is that even connection has become something we're encouraged to buy. Dinner dates, coffee dates, tickets, weekend trips. And if you don't have the money for that, it can feel like you can't really have a social life right now. Or like you're missing out on something essential. But meaningful connection doesn't have to cost anything. One of the simplest things you can do this year is to be the person who reaches out first. Not because you have to, but because you're choosing to nourish the connections you have with other people. Send a voice message to someone you love. Not a "we should catch up sometime" message, a real one. Tell them you thought of them. Tell them one specific thing you appreciate about them. Or ask them one genuine question that isn't just "how are you?" but something like "what are you currently excited about? What's something you're looking forward to?" And if you want to meet up with someone without spending money, make it simple. Invite them for a walk. Invite them to sit in your kitchen with tea. Invite them for a picnic in the park. There is something so calming about removing the pressure of making it a whole event. No dress code, no reservations, no spending. Just some people existing in the same space and actually talking. And here's another part of this that I think is really important. Sometimes self-care isn't about adding more people to your life. Sometimes it's becoming more intentional about the relationships we already have. Ask yourself, after spending time with certain people, do I feel calmer or do I feel drained? Do I feel like myself or do I feel like I'm performing? Do I feel safe to be honest or do I feel like I have to prove something? Because protecting your energy is self-care too. And that can mean giving yourself permission to step back from dynamics that constantly leave you exhausted. And lastly, if you feel a little lonely right now, which I know many people do, I just want to say, you don't have to wait until life looks perfect to start building connections. Sometimes community begins with tiny moments, chatting with a neighbor, saying hello to someone on your walk, going to the library, showing up at a free local event, joining a community garden, slowly becoming a familiar face somewhere. Because self-care is not just taking care of your body and your mind, it's also creating a life that feels supported. A life where you have people you can lean on and where you also get to be that person for someone else. Cozy self-care ritual? Invite someone you like for a no-spend hangout. Make tea, put your phones away, and do something simple together. Go for a walk, sit outside, play a board game you already own. Cook something from what you already have, or just talk. This might feel a little foreign to people at first, but trust me, Most of us will remember a day like this for way longer than that random Starbucks coffee we sipped while both staring at our phones in silence. Taking care of our future self. Taking care of ourselves doesn't only include the present moment. It includes being wise about the future as well, so we can be comfortable tomorrow, next week, and next year as well. Make it a habit to remove at least one to-do from tomorrow. This could be laying out your clothes for the next day or prepping your lunch in advance. Every night before you start getting ready for bed, write down tomorrow's top 3 priorities. Other ways to take care of your future self are to do one thing you have been avoiding for a while. It could be writing an email, making a phone call, or fixing something around the house. Whatever it is, do it right after this video. You will instantly feel relieved and your future self will thank you. Make it a habit to check in with life to-dos at least once a month. This could be financial to-dos, planning upcoming birthdays or events, to-dos around the house or garden, whatever applies to you. This will reduce long-term stress, and planning ahead is entirely for free. Having a no-budget glow-up. Nope, we don't need to get products for a 17-step skincare routine or go on a massive clothing haul in order to look put together and feel well. Before you wash your hair, massage some olive oil or coconut oil into your hair and leave it in for a bit. It's a natural hair mask that is gonna leave your hair shiny after the next wash. If you have long hair, consider trimming it yourself to prevent split ends. There are plenty of free tutorials out there and it instantly makes you look more polished for free. Speaking of hair, try out new hairstyles such as braids. They can instantly alter your look, and again, there are so many free tutorials on the internet. Or you can even come up with your own hairstyle ideas. Smelling clean is enough. There is no need for expensive perfume. Ensure your body, your hair, your nails, and your clothes are clean. It costs nothing to do so. There is no need for expensive mani or pedicures. Keep your nails short and groomed, and they will always look neat even without nail polish or fake nails. One of the most overlooked parts of feeling put together is presence. The way we carry ourselves, the pace at which we move, the way we enter a room, standing a little taller, slowing down our movements, making eye contact. None of that costs anything, but it changes how we feel instantly. Often, what we think we need to buy is actually a feeling of confidence, but that starts from within, not from a product. Instead of shopping for new clothes or accessories as self-care, try shopping your own closet. Take the time to take out all your items and find new outfits you've never worn before. Try new ways of wearing, combining, or layering the clothes you already have, and don't forget to take pictures, so you have your new outfit ideas on file. Check if there are swap events in your area. You can bring clothing items you're not wearing anymore and can take new items home with you entirely for free. And it's so much fun as well. It's one of my favorite activities. Cozy self-care ritual? Have a spa night without buying anything. Dim the lights or use the hallway light for ambience. Put a towel on the radiator to warm it up. Take a hot bath or shower in silence or with soft music. Do a homemade face scrub or face mask with ingredients you already have in your kitchen. When you leave the tub or shower, wrap yourself in the warm blanket and take care of your appearance. Cut and file your nails, brush your hair, and brush your teeth. You'll feel completely refreshed without any extra expenses. Rest and quiet time. I am a firm believer that doom scrolling is not self-care. Instead, I encourage you to take as many screen breaks as you can throughout the day. Put your phone in a different room while working, or even just while focusing on something else such as a hobby or a friend. If it works for you, allow yourself to set your phone to flight mode or even turn it off entirely and just experience how you are spending your time without the constant noise and stimulation. Turn off all notifications that are not absolutely essential. Try a tech-free evening once or twice a week, or maybe even every day. If you like, try sitting in silence for 20 minutes each day, focusing on your body, just letting your thoughts drift by like clouds without entertaining them. It's a simple way to give your mind a break from constant input. Another form of self-care we rarely allow ourselves is boredom. Not reaching for our phone the moment there is nothing to do, letting our mind wander without immediately filling the space. Boredom can feel uncomfortable at first, but it's also where creativity, clarity, and calm begin to emerge. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that giving yourself moments without stimulation is a waste of time, when it's actually allowing your nervous system to reset. When was the last time you did an activity just to enjoy it? Just out of curiosity or for fun? Not because you had to do it or because you try to impress someone or build a career from it. Something creative or something that challenges our mind. There are so many things we can do entirely for free with very basic equipment. Drawing, writing short stories or poetry, origami, calligraphy, photography on literally any device we have available, dancing, hiking, learning a language without premium apps, gardening from veggie scraps, or playing board games you already have or can borrow. Give yourself time to rest and time to play without always having to achieve something. And of course, make sure you get 8 hours of sleep a night. If you are younger, even more. I'm not the first one to tell you this, but now is the time to actually follow through with it. Being well rested increases our well-being drastically, and it costs absolutely nothing. Set a fixed time for going to sleep and create your own little sleep ritual around it, so your body and mind understand it's time to wind down. This can include changing into our pajamas, brushing our teeth, putting cozy socks on, making a hot water bottle, reading a book, listening to calm music, or meditating. Whatever it is that helps you ease into sleep. Don't scroll in bed. Instead, give your mind the chance to discover other worlds by reading or listening to an audiobook. Cozy self-care ritual? Try a cozy night in or even a cozy night out without new loungewear. Put on the softest clothes you already own. Layer as many sweaters, cardigans, socks, or scarves as you like in order to feel warm and comfy. Get as many blankets and cushions as you have and put them in a spot you usually never sit or lie in, such as building a cozy space on the floor. Get a hot water bottle or a cup of hot tea and enjoy an activity of your choice or some quiet time just for yourself. Now I'm curious, what is your favorite no-budget self-care activity? Let us know in the comments.